Hi everybody, welcome to Fast Coasters and welcome to our new Planet Coaster series. This coaster series is going to be called Paradox Park, and it's going to be themed to just traveling through time and fictional worlds. So this series I'm looking to go a lot more in depth with the detail of some of the buildings instead of just putting boxes up and just generic stuff. I'm really excited for this project. As you can see, we're already going against my normal building style, just using walls for everything, making a custom entrance archway here. We are in the tropical map for this build. I'm not planning any water park stuff for now in this park. I do have 4 themed areas planned, and you guys will see what those are in the future. I'll tell you what one of them are later in the episode, because that'll be our next episode. But our entrance area here is going to be inspired by sort of like a pirate Polynesian theme. As you can see, I'm putting the shipwreck bow above the entrance, and I'm with the lettering for the entrance right underneath that. I wanted to put a clock in. I think I did put the clock in. Yeah, I did put the clock in because I had enough room. Obviously, this one is going to be called Paradox Park. For all the coasters and rides, I'm going to leave it up to you guys, and some of them I might name myself, but we'll see as it goes on. But the park is named Paradox Point. No overly complicated parking lot or anything, because I want to conserve the piece count as much as I can, because I do need a computer upgrade at some point. But I just work with what I got for now. And just because it always slows down a little bit during recording, but as of now, it's running pretty good. So yeah, so our entrance right here, nothing too big. Didn't want a massive entrance like I usually do for my parks. See the wood and just putting in the pathway there. It's very Island of Adventure, kind of port of entry-esque. Like I said, very Polynesian, very pirate. This building over here, these buildings on the outside are just going to be for show. And the guest services and all that will be actually inside the park. We're gonna have a very small main street. On the left is gonna be all your guest services stuff, and on the right is gonna be like a bakery and a gift shop. And it's gonna open up to a small plaza where you're gonna have branching off into our first 4 themed areas. Obviously, we could expand in the future, but for now, I'm just gonna start with 4 themed areas. I'm gonna see where it goes from there. Adding some clutter here. I think I need to work on clutter a lot more. Makes things look a lot nicer. Just fill everything in. Makes things look a lot nicer instead of just having very blank walls and stuff. Like, like a year ago, this would just been a big brown box with a couple windows slapped on it. I like the pirate pieces being back in the game with the update a few months ago. Really is going to help this theme out. I am using some, obviously those walls are the Viking walls, those big wooden walls in the back. And yeah, and I'm building a tower right here, sort of like a bell tower. I didn't want to do like the Islands of Adventure not clock tower, the lighthouse, because I didn't want to just copy that. So I just did a small bell tower here, and I just put some clutter on the outside, just an anchor. I'm looking to not have a lot of blueprints in this park. I believe so far I already have the 2nd episode started, and I believe in the whole park there's so far just 1 blueprint, and it's a boat. So I mean, I don't want to have oh, here's a blueprint restaurant, here's this, here's that. I want to do all that myself if possible, which I mean, it is possible. You just gotta actually try. But yeah, just putting some of these fences in here, adding a door for some realism. I think I put a bell tower there too. Just a lot of clutter on the outside. Some scaffolding. Just filling in the trees here. Not all these trees are permanent. I'm just filling it in just to see, so I could get a feel of how it would look if it's lush and green, and then I could delete stuff as we go on. Another just very small building here. This could be your accessibility building, or like a locker rental station or something. One of the smaller buildings that they would have outside of a park. But yeah, I think the entrance area is almost done. Just coloring the ground here. Again, very small, quaint entrance area. Nothing massive. I don't know how big the park is going to be. It's supposed to be medium for now, but obviously over time it could grow. Like I said, I have 4 themed areas in mind so far, and we'll take it from there. I'm adding the barrel slide on the top. Originally I was having it moving, but later on, you might see it in the next episode. I did turn that off. So just put the scaffolding up there and put a small roof there, just so it's a little bit more realistic. So again, just adding more clutter, just some barrels and stuff, some swords. Again, it's a very pirate Polynesian-X theme for the entrance area. Now I think we're going to move past the entrance area, and we are going to build some scenery. So it's just a small plaza it opens up to, and then we're gonna build a water feature over here. Just a small waterfall, nothing too massive here. Just to add a little bit something extra to the land instead of just building after building. It would look natural, but it would probably be an artificial waterfall. I don't know why there would be a natural waterfall here in the middle of this park if they would build it. But anyway, don't really have an age in mind for this park, but and you can see a little bit on that well that it's yellow. I don't know why, but some of the pirate pieces particularly are stuck in a certain color. Like there's another piece that's in turquoise, which would have really helped me, but I couldn't use it because it was in turquoise, and you can't change it at all. I don't know why. It's probably a bug, and Frontier will probably fix that at some point. We recently had the hot fix for the toy box pack, which I'm really liking the toy box pack. I've actually found a couple of surprising uses for those pieces. You'll see some of them in this video because we're going to make the entrance portals for a couple of our the 4 themed lands that we have so far. And as you see there's the very small little water feature, a little pond you can take pictures in front of. And I believe next we're going to work on the guest services on the left. So the left side of it is going to be guest services. The right side is going to be like a bakery and then a gift shop. And then it's going to open up into that small circle where you'll go into your 4 themed lands. I am sure why we stopped here. When we stop here, I'm just looking up stuff on Google, getting some ideas of what I could do. When there's like a pause or something in the video, that's probably what I'm doing. So yeah, let me know what you guys think of the park so far. After this video is over, let me know what you'd like to see in the park. As you can see, there's a train here, but this train is not going to stay there. For this episode, it's going to be there, but in the next episode, you'll see that it'll be moved to the next area we'll be doing, because I kind of changed the layout of the park a little bit. I thought some areas would lead into others, but I just changed it a teeny bit just to have the flow be a little bit better. It's going to kind of go, the area that I wanted the train to be in is going to go to the back instead of to the left of the entrance. Just adding a little bit more clutter here, some ropes, some hanging ropes and all that. I was gonna put a bell tower in. I went against that because we already had a bell tower outside, so didn't want to put too much of the same thing. And right here we're gonna put our guest services, just a kind of a big, not individual shop, just kind of like a big block. And then again on our right, it's supposed to be a bakery, but of course, unfortunately, we don't have the Missy Good shop anymore, so we don't really have like a bakery sort of shop. So I believe I just put in like a drink stand or something generic. And then over there is where it's gonna come out. So like I said, just a very small entrance area. I don't want it to overtake some of the other areas of the park. I want them to kind of feel secluded in their own way. So we're gonna have our bathrooms here and our guest services. I don't think I'm gonna have fast pass in this park at all, but guest services, at least in this game, is used for other good stuff like umbrella, sunscreen, and all that. So if you do want to play this game, play this park as a like a challenge park or career park, you can do that. I am going to release this park in certain phases or editions. So like after the first 4 themed areas, I'll release it as that, and then as we expand more, that's probably what I'll do, just so you guys can get like a playable version, or console players might be able to play it. I can't guarantee that. Probably not, because I have a ride in many episodes time that is probably going to be really beefy with what the amount of detail that's going to need to go into it. But you guys will see that in many episodes time, probably maybe around like episode 10 or something, but we'll see. Again, I don't know how long it's going to take to get this series out. I am going to take my time. I'm not going to rush. I'm not going to rush certain builds, and I don't build too much on camera. I don't record about 50 minutes of my builds on camera because I feel a lot of pressure when I'm building on camera. So I do time lapse on camera, and then I do most of the detail work off camera. And then there'll be a segment at the end where we'll be walking through what we built, and I can show you all the changes that I've made. And I'm just going to talk over it in this format because if I do it live, the mic quality isn't the best, so it's just better if I do it this way. Those black boxes hanging over there, sort of like walls. They're gonna have stuff on them to represent like the areas of the park, and then we're gonna put poles on the top. I believe that's what we're doing now. Yeah, we're gonna put poles on the top so that it would create a shadow on the ground. What I added after, the effect doesn't really work as much, but you can still see it at certain points of the day. So it's just about the little details with this part. So you can see we're gonna put in 4 things here. And I will tell you what this one is. This is obviously going to be a pirate. So the first area is going to be our pirate area. This one isn't particularly what you would think it would be. It's probably a placeholder for what I'm going to put there, but it does have to do with like bones and stuff. The top hat, if you look at the channel's name, you might be able to figure it out, but stay tuned for that one. And then the clock is a more ambiguous theme that I'm still trying to piece together and see how it's going to be laid out. Yeah, so I believe I put a staff building in the back because, as I said, I do want this to be playable for however you'd like to play it. But I believe we're going to be going to real time soon. So yeah, I'm just putting some lights down. Yep, here we are in real time. So here is our park entrance as of now. I did add the port of entry soundtrack. You might be able to hear it in the background of this video, just as a background soundtrack. But yeah, I wouldn't say very detailed, just a lot of scenery pieces placed down. I made sure not to put any big blueprints down at all here. There actually isn't any blueprints in this video whatsoever, which I'm pretty proud of. I want to make more stuff on my own by myself. So the clock tower there with the giant wheel there. I didn't want to have too many themes overtake, so I wanted to stick to one theme, like a Polynesian pirate theme. Might add something on top of the entrance when we progress with the park a little bit. Come through the entrance here. Oh, I was able to recolor that, well, thankfully that issue was fixed, at least with that piece. And got the little waterfall here with the rocks and this. And bell tower, I believe I moved the bell tower back here. I didn't make two. And right here would just be a photo opportunity for, like, Instagram or TikTok posting, just sit in the boat or stand in the boat in front of the clock. The clock is going to be the main, like, motif of the park, Paradox Point. So its main logo is, like, the clock and then some other stuff around with it. So you can see on the walls of those buildings, and you can see there's a lot more detail. We'll get into that later. On the walls of those buildings is some of the dates that some of the time periods that our areas are going to take place in. They may not make sense now, but they will probably make sense in the future. So on the right, yeah, I did make that a latte love. I made it a coffee shop, coffee bake shop, sort of. We have the canopies on the top because I wanted to make sure, if it rains, there's somewhere to go at least. And we have those rooms on the left. I wanted to use the Viking rooms, but unfortunately you have to use the rock. So right here we got the latte shop. We got some poles and pipes going up and down. We have some spinning rings, if you notice. Originally the shop was all yellow, but I didn't really think it meshed well with the rest of the area. You can see back there, it says coffee underneath the latte love because I wanted to make sure, just to show that there's been changes to the park over time. Specifically with this Hat's Fantastic, if you could kind of make out the lettering in the back, I believe it says Discovery Center, but it's been rebranded into Hat's Fantastic with the park over time. There's just a very small gift shop here. I added these lights around because with the wall lights, it wasn't lit up quite how I wanted it to be lit up. So yeah, just a very generic gift shop at the front of the park with your umbrellas, your merchandise. I'm not going to store merchandise in this park because unfortunately, other than the main themes, you can't really like sort out like a pirate theme or whatever, like stuff like that. That little door back there is going to be a secret passageway to the area that's going to be the rightmost of the entrance, and we'll get to that in a few episodes time. Right ahead of us is our information stand and our restrooms. As you can see, the poles kind of make a shadow on the ground, sort of, but like I said, with those canopies, you can kind of see it on the left. The canopies is kind of hard to tell. We got some statues here because they are watching the centerpiece. Again, not a very big centerpiece. Just wanted to keep it very small, very quaint. You can see one of our portals over there and more dates on the wall. Turn around, we got lights on the ground, and we have these rings. Now, originally I wanted to make the ring spin, but I already put enough rings there, and I didn't put the rotating piece, unfortunately. I have that statue in the back. That would kind of represent like an entertainer, but I don't want to put any of the in-game entertainers in just yet. Our first area over here, this will be the portal to the pirate areas. It says Chart the Uncharted on the ground. Really excited for what's to come in this area. A very big coaster is going to be in the next episode. This one right here, you could probably tell what the theme is going to be. Bones, ending of the world. You can probably tell what that's going to be. I used some of the... Oh, so take a look at the lights on the ground. It looks really nice at night. I'm not sure if we do the nighttime in this one, but... you can see this one right here, a lot of danger signs, a lot of show lights, and the quote on the ground. Probably be able to figure out what that is. And then this is the area that I'm not quite sure how it's going to turn out yet, but it's going to be some sort of time travel area, I believe. Again, not quite 100% sure on it yet, but that's probably how it's going to be. Just a quick overhead view here. Again, very small entrance area. I didn't want to make a massive, like, Canada's Wonderland style main street or whatnot, because I wanted to keep, again, didn't want the entrance to intrude on any of the other lands that we're going to have in the park. Because the time area is probably going to be to the very most left, and then the area on our right is going to be all the way to the right. So, and then the middle two areas, including the pirate area, are going to kind of branch off in the middle. And then if we want to add more areas, we'll go out from them and just make kind of, I don't want to say like a spoke, but kind of just like add areas as we go along. Oh yeah, I did show the nighttime lights. You can see the lights on the ground make a kind of a cool effect here. And I made sure to light up the portals a little bit, just so that there's enough energy in the area. And yeah, so I'm really happy with how this entrance turned out. So thank you guys for watching. We're coming to the end of the video. Just a quick little Main Street view. I wish the lights kind of gave off a little bit more light, but that's okay. The runes light up too, which I really like. They're from the sorcery pack, and our hat's fantastic. Make sure that was all lit up because it's got the big grand window, so it's kind of one of those grand buildings. So, and then our rings are lit up, and then each portal is lit up in its corresponding color. And yeah, so I'm really happy with how this turned out. Really excited to continue this project. I like what I've done so far, and we got a lot to go. So yeah, I'm not sure when we'll be letting guests in, maybe after the 4 areas are done, but appreciate you guys watching, and I will see you in the next episode, which will be a pirate area, and we are going to be building a Mac Extreme spinning coaster, which turned out really well, so I can't wait for you guys to see that. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Hope to see you again. Thank you for watching. See you later. Bye.